Hello, everybody. We're
Hi.
back. Oh, we're getting feedback again.
Oh
What's going
no.
on? Hello? Okay, it's gone. So, hello, everybody. Welcome. We're back.
Hey, hey.
Seekers Chronicles, Paranormal Historians, where the history meets the paranormal. Hey, you got it. So, yeah. So, how's everybody out there? I want to thank everybody for being in the audience. I think we have some people out there already. Oh,
We
Mary
do.
Beth. Mary Beth's out there. So
Got
hello, Mary
Melissa.
Beth. Yay. So how's how was your weekend? By the way, happy birthday. A
Thank
little
you so
belated
much.
birthday. Wednesday was Jenny's birthday. She turned 26. Um
Again.
again, and again and again. So how was your birthday? You enjoy it?
It was very nice. Thank you. And Anthony actually gave me a piece of carrot cake for my birthday because the constant vegetarian jokes never end. So of course, he
Yeah.
gave me a piece of carrot cake for my birthday.
Yeah, well, we did a thing at the Shanley like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And yeah, I gave her a carrot cake because
Because
they
it's
didn't have
vegetable.
any grass cake or hay cake.
Hey.
And
Oh my
she's a
God.
vegetarian, and I'm a carnivore. I eat anything that had legs on it, a face. I don't care. I'll eat it. And she's out there grazing on the grass half the time. So
And
it's
Anthony, happy anniversary.
oh yeah. That was my anniversary. 33 years. My wife and I were married. She still hasn't killed me yet, so I guess we're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
we could be
That's a
doing,
good day when she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
kill you. Want to
parents and
look for ghosts.
grandparents. So we're having, everything.
That's so
So
nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool that my birthday is June 25th and his anniversary is June 26th. That was pretty neat.
happy birthday. So,
Thank you.
um, so this weekend I did no investigations. I went to my place out in PA, by the Poconos and stuff, and I had a great time feeding deers. That's the only the only place I can. Thank you. The only place I can actually go and feed deers and what do you call not bears? I don't want to feed them, but
Gosh, I hope
you know,
not.
or feed them my arm or something, But animals, and I'm a city kid. I'm in Queens. I've been in New York City my whole life, and it's like I go out there and I could feed animals. Over here, we got wild rats and shit like
I
that.
was going to say you feed the rats
Down, yeah,
or
we
the
feed them down the
pigeons,
subways.
the
You know what I mean?
pigeons, the rats.
Pigeons,
I
rats,
know.
and everything.
I know.
Thank you. Um,
I know. Thank
so
you, Mary Beth.
so yeah.
She's like,
So um, we
so
have a
yeah.
great
So,
guy.
um,
I'm
so
sorry.
I actually had an investigation. Not that you asked. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding. He
well,
always teases me that, of course, I had an investigation.
yeah. I mean, I don't have to ask. We know you had an investigation. I mean,
No,
if the
it was
weekend comes, investigation.
yeah, no,
Where'd you
it
go?
was very lovely. Yeah, I had an investigation at the Ritz Theater. So we had the
Oh, yeah.
Parasite held their Paris Summit this last weekend, and with amazing people there, as always. And it was really really lovely, and I was privileged to investigate with some really really cool folks. That actually some folks that join us at Morris County. So that was really
Oh,
neat.
okay.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
neat
yeah.
to see those familiar faces.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I felt happy to be there, and it went really well. We had some good things happen. So
Yeah, that's. I mean, that place is amazing. Anyway,
it
Vince
is.
Theater. And
Hmm.
it's not overly haunted, but you'll get stuff. That's the whole thing. It's not.
Seems
It's
like
not
it.
some one of the
Yeah.
place. It's a place that you go and you're going to get evidence. You're going to get EVPs. You're going to get doors slamming and everything else. But it's not like over. It's a great investigation that you
Yeah, it's
go to.
pleasant.
You know what
Yeah,
I
we
mean?
had a lot. You would
There's,
be
there's
happy
a
because
bathroom and there's running water. That's the best part about
yeah, well, hello.
investigations.
Yeah, yeah, hello. Only it was freezing.
Was it?
Freezing. Yeah, it's always so cold in the theater. I don't know why theaters they keep it so cold. Somebody who's an actor, please tell me. Why do they keep?
Well, maybe because it's haunted. The ghost, the spirits keeping it
I'm
cold.
always
You know?
cold, but still, whoo,
Yeah.
theater's
So
freezing. I'm always cold in the theater. Anyway, so yeah, I did investigate. So my streak is not broken.
yeah, I know you every weekend. So we have great guests tonight.
We do.
And of course, we're gonna have Jenny and introduce everybody because I screw up everybody's name, and you know how it is with me, people. So
No, it's
yeah,
my pleasure anyway. I feel like it's a pleasure to announce our guests each week. So one more time, if you didn't know this, Kim is still with us. She is just on a sabbatical this summer, doing her veterinarian thing. So if you ever wonder why there are 2/3 of us here, Kim is just on a little break doing her job, working with the horses.
She
I
probably
just
be
like
back
to remind everybody of that.
September, October sometime. So
She'll be back. She'll be back.
she'll be back.
Just
She's gonna text
you'll
me
be
the other
sick of
day.
us
She misses it.
Kim will be back.
She misses us.
We miss her. We miss her.
Yeah,
We know everybody out there misses her too. So
everybody misses her too. So
yeah,
we got
she'll be back.
Yeah. So you want to say?
I do.
Introduce-
So we actually met.
some guests. We can't talk all night and let them stay.
I know. They're like,
that's not cool.
So
Go ahead.
we're boring.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I bore myself sometimes.
we actually met some of them at Bucks County Paracon.
We met them all there.
I don't know if we met all of them, but I met some of them, most of them.
I went over the table, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I did, but it was a crazy day. So anyway, I'd like to present Travis, Angela, Lindsay, Jordan, and Nick from Black Lantern Paranormal out of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Here they go.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys showed up and everything.
I love
I thought it was gonna have like 6 different screens and stuff. You guys squash into one.
How we roll. We smash together.
You know what I mean? Hey, everybody, all for
It's like a
one,
party.
one for all.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
It's always a party.
you guys have nachos and drinks in front of you or something, like a big round table.
They're all in the back room.
Beer, nachos. Okay,
That's the after party.
Yeah.
I see. It looks like an Oscar party, like sitting around a table.
Yeah.
Adam, hey everyone from Gettysburg.
Yeah. So we're playing dual things right now. She's bringing up names and I'm bringing up things. So I'm getting off that. You can do what you got to do. I can do. We're behind stage. We're putting names. The sayings in the bottom, hello and goodbye and stuff. So we're like doing a deal, going back and forth, her and I, with that. It's like, you just take care. You take care of that, all right?
I'll take care of it.
I'll get out of that one.
I'll do Kim's
job. Don't worry. We fight throughout the show too. It's like, so guys.
That's all right.
Yeah. So
how are you guys? How's everyone doing?
Good.
Yeah. They're in Gettysburg right now. Did you know that, Jenny?
Excited.
162.
Yeah, I did know that.
You
So,
know
do you have a
Gettysburg.
headquarters or what? Did you all get together?
Is this?
Our headquarters is the back room of my record store in town here. So that's Black Lantern's headquarters.
We are live from Sweet Repeat Records, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We do a lot of evidence review here, so we have a lot of our meetings here, so it's a very special place to us.
Okay. No, that's great. I mean, with the teams that I've been on, you always don't always have a place to meet. And you always end up going to like a restaurant or something, and you don't have time there to hang out and bullshit and stuff, or even just do evidence and stuff. Everybody does their own little thing, and then that's great when you have one location for a group, and you guys can discuss it and everything, and hang out and feel comfortable. That's awesome, So, how long your team been around?
So we formed back in 2023 when we all got together, started investigating together. We've all been investigating outside of that for a while, but Black Lantern formed officially in 2023.
Mm-hmm. So I know Gettysburg. When I call Gettysburg like the candy store for the paranormal, because every time anywhere you go, it doesn't matter, town, in the battlefield, or anywhere where you stay, you can see something. Something happens. If you put a recorder out, you're going to get EVP. It's like the candy store of the paranormal. I love it. Gettysburg. When I first got to Gettysburg, I went there. I first started investigating Gettysburg was in 2008. Okay, and we went to the battlefield and the Peach Orchard, and this is the first time. And we pulled up there. The sun was going down a little bit. I go up in the Peach Orchard, and I see a soldier walking off the field. And there was a full moon, and all of a sudden just vanished. I jumped up and down like a kid. This is what I came here for. This is what I came here for. And I went, oh man! So I started going there twice a year. April for my brother's birthday and August for mine, and we did to like 2013 and stuff. But I love Gettysburg. Gettysburg really, if I could live out there, I probably would.
We love it too.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
fan.
Now, you all live there? Do you all live in Gettysburg?
Yes.
Yes.
All of you? Oh, cool. Not just
I've
the
been
area.
here
You actually
for
live
over
in
30
Gettysburg?
years.
Wow.
You did 30 years?
You guys
That's
moved
awesome.
here. Lindsay and Nikki have moved here.
Like 3.5 years ago.
3 years ago.
And I moved here 2 years ago.
2 years?
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. I mean, I love Gettysburg.
6.5 minutes, Angel's been.
Literally,
No.
I got 4.5 hours to get out to you. For me. So, one question we always ask everybody is, how do you guys get into the paranormal? How do you get into investigating? You probably will hear that question a million times, but
Yeah.
we got
Good
different
question.
audience that haven't heard of you yet.
But yeah, people
So-
want to know. So I know I read some of your background, and I love that you have a nice mix like we like to have. Like Kim is our location medium. Anthony, also sees spirits. I do not. But, if you need some science help, I'm there kind of thing. You need
I'm
a
just
nerd.
the eye candy in the show.
He's the eye candy.
I'm the
you
eye
need
candy in the
calculus?
show.
I got you.
Hey,
No,
somebody-
so I love the mix. Like I always love a good mix because I think it makes a good team. So I loved reading about
Yeah.
you guys in the background. But anybody who wants to start, Angela, you want to start?
yeah, sure. So
Sure.
I actually started hanging out with Travis. We date. So I was before just the past couple years before we formed, I was kind of a skeptic, and I honestly was afraid of the paranormal because I didn't know what I didn't know. So I thought they were going to hurt me. I didn't want to be near any ghosts. So I was actually just trying to impress Travis, and so I went out with everyone just to kind of be cool and I'm not scared. Whatever, this is fine. But
That's
then
funny.
as soon as something happened to me, as what tends to happen to a lot of people in these situations is you become addicted because you realize, oh my god, like this is really exciting. I want to understand more about this. So that's kind of what happened to me. So I was a skeptic until probably about 3 years ago.
Gotcha. Usually you
Yeah.
hear like a guy trying to impress a girl, right? Like, I'm not afraid.
Yeah, I was like,
You know,
I'm
kind of
fine,
thing.
no worries, even though I
But
was
the other, it was in reverse with you guys. I love it. I love it. And we have similar stories. Like I was completely like that, non-believer, like totally skeptical. But as one does, you start to investigate and you're like, shoot.
Yeah, can't explain it.
Yeah, can't explain that. So I get it totally. All right. Since we're going ladies first, let's continue here with Lindsay.
Yes. So I grew up in a haunted house.
Right.
So I just have always been around things that I didn't understand, and they seemed to really magnify to me. So although other people in my house maybe weren't having the same things happen to them, I was like, well, they are definitely happening to me. Like, I am not making this stuff up. So from a young child, I just kind of had to, get comfortable with it, or at least deal with it. And I've had psychics in the old house tell me that there were definitely things in there that were like, maybe playing some tricks on me, and it wouldn't hurt me, things like that. And everything followed me. I'm married to Nick, and when we started dating, I would go visit him at his house, and his house is super creepy, his parents' house. I mean, I saw my first apparition there. So that was fun. And I'm like, well, I guess this is just my life. And I am, from there, we just kind of started really going at it, trying to figure things out. And now I just really love it. I'm really sensitive to things. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That happens sometimes when you get into it, and then you realize you don't, and all of a sudden you feel this. I know people. It's like, I am kind of sensitive to this stuff. And maybe that's you got attracted in the first place because you had some sensitivity that you didn't know about, and maybe that's what attracted. And then all of a sudden now you're there, and you'll find some abilities that you didn't know you had.
It's exciting.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
awesome.
Have you been back to the house?
My
Or-
mom actually had to sell our old house, but Nick's house is still, his parents' house is very much there. We're actually planning on hopefully getting over to the Philadelphia area to have a formal investigation there. His family's pretty excited about it, so.
That's awesome.
Oh, we have a joke on my team. When we have a new piece of equipment, we're like, okay, take it to your neighbor's house and let us know how it works. Like we're always like, don't test it in your own house, but you're not
We don't
afraid of
live there
that.
anymore,
All
so we
right,
don't have to worry about it.
all right,
Well,
Nick, things like
that's
I'm
great
all
from the
about
skeptic, eh? So
yeah,
that go down the line and the next
yes,
Yes.
you're pointing at everybody.
Now we got
I'll
the
go.
guys.
I'm Travis.
Go.
Um,
Right, Travis.
and so I'm the shy one of the group. Just kidding. I was almost late, by the way, to this podcast because I was telling stories about horseshoe crabs. We could talk about.
I had to shut him up. I was like, we need to go.
Right.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
so Angela and I are scientists. That's how we met, and so one of the things we kind of bring to the table is a little bit different. The fact that we can have a science sort of like experimental design and try to cut through some of the statements that are made when we get to a location and look at things a little bit differently. I mean, if I hear X, Y, and Z happens at that location, I kind of want to look for myself. I want to find out what's really going on.
That's right.
And because of that, when I was 16 years old, I've always had that scientific mind. And when I had my very first experience when I was 16, and it scared me a little bit. It was a family member that had passed, and so I wasn't really sure what was going on. I was so young. And then by the time I was in maybe like senior in high school, junior in college, it was around the time Mark Nesbitt here in town released his Ghost of Gettysburg books.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just immediately like engaged in that book. And I wanted to learn more. What is this all about? Gettysburg isn't that far away from where I lived at the time. And so me and my buddies would come up here on the weekends and start investigating.
Mm-hmm.
We had several experiences happen on the battlefield. And I have been investigating the battlefield ever since. So 30 years later, I have been doing almost entirely work here using the battlefield as sort of my playground to do experimental design and figure out things and try new techniques and have fun with it. And then what we said was 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, when we all got together, we just increased what I was doing fivefold because it's all five of us now doing the same thing. So instead of I do my own research, now I have these wonderful people to do work with, and it's been a fantastic ride so far.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's
I mean,
fantastic.
it's you got people that are more like-minded what you have, and that's a great team because you all have like-minded, but you all have your own little specialties that you together you pull it together, and that's how you get your evidence and everything else. So that's awesome that you got a team like that. Not every team lasts like that, and what destroys teams these days is a lot of ego. So that's the biggest thing that destroys teams.
And then you start a band,
We
and there's
don't
one
have any
thing
Yoko Onos here. So
Yeah.
we have no lead singer.
No.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm a drummer, so I know how to stay behind
There you go.
stage. I'm a drummer, so I play behind, but I keep the going. I keep the beat going for everybody else. You're a drummer. The drummer is the most important person in the band. I would always say.
Not
Yeah.
biased or anything.
No, definitely. Yeah, and I'm
We keep the beat
perfectly
going.
happy
Absolutely.
letting someone else have the spotlight. So I'm with you. So
Yeah.
16 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, and like that's what 2 years ago, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm now 18. It's been a great. That's a lot has happened the last 2 years.
Oh my gosh, I hear that. I feel that.
Yeah. you're 16 years old and you've been living there 30 years. So okay.
Math.
The math.
I told you I could do
I'm,
math.
I'm not
Yeah,
that
it
great at
was
math,
time
but
when you really think
It's like Jack, you know, the Robin Williams movie.
oh,
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Good one. It's good.
so
That's funny.
anybody else want to tell us?
Yeah,
your-
we still
Sure.
have
Yeah,
two more.
This is Nick. I'm Nick.
Nick,
Nick.
I gotta get everybody's name.
Here in this town. I came out here on a family vacation when I was 12, 13 years old. Did the whole touristy normal thing, the battlefield, all the you hit all the normal spots, and then at night,
Yeah.
my oldest brother and my mom wanted to do one of the many ghost tours that are here in town. And I didn't want to sit at the hotel, so okay, whatever. So I remember they took us out. Their whole big thing was they take you to two locations. Was their big pitch. And that night was the Reynolds death house where they brought General Reynolds when he got shot 163 years ago today. Brought him back in through town. Brought him to that house. He died at that house. We went in there. Wasn't a whole lot going on. You could tell the tour guide was struggling to have things happen. It was, maybe there's going to be cigar smoke or something. Nothing. And then right across the street, there is a Liberty gas station. And behind that Liberty gas station is just an open field. Still is today. And during the battle, just like many properties here in town, was used as a field hospital. So he takes us over. He explains all that. And I'm like, okay, well, we were just in this house. Nothing happened. Now we're in an open field. This should be fun. And I remember specifically him saying, take as many pictures as you can. All right, whatever, I'll play along. Take as many pictures as I could. Took 25, 30 pictures, went back through, looked, and about 5, 10 pictures in, I have a full body apparition of a Confederate soldier sitting next to a tree. I've never seen a more detailed paranormal phenomena picture in my entire life. If I still had that picture to this day, it would be on covers of books. It was that clear. Back in the day, obviously, I say back in the day, I'm only 28, but back then, everyone had desktop.
Back in the day.
So I put the photo on a desktop computer. That's what everyone did. And of course, it crashed. So I don't have it anymore. But from that moment on, I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at this little screen on the camera, and I'm looking up at that tree. And I know everybody was behind me. There was it made no sense. You could see his eyes, his glasses, everything. It was all black and white, but you could tell it was Confederate just by the uniform. So from there on out, this is incredible. I don't understand this, and I want to understand it, so I just dove head first. And then from there on was coming here as often as I could, investigating everywhere and anywhere, and then come out here. Met Lindsay first, we investigated herself, and then we came out here, met, again, like Travis said, like-minded people, and then here we are as Black Lightning.
Wow. I mean, like, you don't have that picture, obviously, anymore.
I would cut my left foot off for it.
Wow.
He tells us that like every day.
It's always his left foot too.
Yeah, it's always.
Because I need to write a little bit more. But I genuinely, if somebody said I can go back in time and you can have that picture back, but I'm going to take your foot, give me a piece of paper, I'll sign it right now. It was that it's burned in my brain for the rest of my life. How vivid that is.
If you cut your left foot off, that means we could call you Eileen.
There you go.
Eileen.
Yeah. He'll be here all night.
His favorite restaurant would be IHOP.
IHOP. God, we better stop that because we go all night long. The whole show will be on his left foot.
Bad jokes all night. Oh my gosh. You know what? I have a question then about that picture.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you still had it, it would stop you from trying to recreate it? You know what I mean? Like, in a way, not having it.
If I had it, honestly, I think it would push me even more.
Okay. So the reverse of what I said.
When I have this, I want to find. So because I remember it was the soldier sitting he was next to the tree, and you could see one of his legs, and it almost looked like he was either sitting on something or maybe on a horse. You only saw the other part of his leg. So it would have just pushed me to. I would have one either get several in a picture, or you always want to one up it if you can. I mean, because I
Yeah.
don't think it would pull me away from trying to capture anything else, because this is the creme de la creme. It would just let me. What can I find that's greater than this? And
Where
now
was
I
that
don't know
picture
if I ever
taken, you
would,
said?
but it would
I
just be
agree.
a chasing the dragon kind of thing.
Yeah,
Where
I think it
was
would
that
do the same
Where
for
was
me.
that picture taken?
It was Steinwire Avenue. There's a Liberty gas station on the right-hand side. If you're driving
Okay.
towards the battlefield, right-hand side, Liberty gas station.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I have a picture I took years ago, similar to that, but it was right behind. Why I think now it's the field with the Gettysburg College. They have a field back there now,
Okay. Yeah.
but at one time it was just woods.
Sure.
I took a picture over there. I think it was like 2009, something like that. I took a picture, and it was a dark picture. So when you get a dark picture, you lighten it up with
Yeah.
bringing down the contrast and all this stuff. And a picture of a man standing there. Look at he's all bandaged up and bloody.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's wild.
that's
yeah.
detailed.
I still got that picture.
That's
But
right.
yeah,
We would love to
Uh,
see
Yeah.
that.
Well, I need to see that.
Yeah, if you.
I'll show you. I
love
got
to
a
see
bunch of
that.
stuff that I behind there also because they said I think there was like 17 Confederate soldiers' bodies were found there years later, like 25 years after the war. It was that they were shaped like an L and stuff, and they said there was always like light anomalies around there.
Mhm.
So there's a picture of me standing there, and it looks like something going into my head here and coming out my nose.
What?
Right before that act, right before that, I'm a retired electrician in the city. I had I was working up in the ceiling, and electrical the wires were hanging down. I didn't see them. I was pulling myself up because I was working on ductwork, putting a motor into ductwork and had a sprinkler system, and I got a little girth on me here, the belly wise. So I'm pulling myself up. As I go up, whoever was working on that piece of wires before me, I didn't notice it up there. It was hanging out of a box. They didn't have it capped off. It was live. Touched me right here, and I hit my nose, and blood came out my nose and everything. But what makes me interested in the picture, this is like a couple years later, and I'm standing this almost the same spot for where that soldier I got in back of there, and it looks like a light going to my head and two coming out my nose. So to me that was interesting because when I got hit at the top of my head, I went forward and it grounded my nose. So the charge went into my head here and came out my nose.
That's
So
wild.
I gotta send you some pictures that I have from like
Well, yeah,
2008,
well,
2009.
I've
That's
never
right.
heard that story, and I thought I'd heard all your stories. So I know what happened to you, but I didn't know you got a picture with showing
Yeah,
that.
and it's not because I used to go with group. My team used to come with me, and they know I was sensitive. So I just say, "There's something over there. Take pictures."
Yeah.
And everybody used to go out there and
Right.
snap shots, and some people got some good evidence with that. So that's it. I'll send you those pictures.
Yeah, we'll either send them or I
That's
think they're going to be
amazing.
at the bash and then at
Yeah.
our event in November. So or show us then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, November,
We'll see. Yeah,
I'm going to be with you guys
Right. And then
I sent in.
at the
Yeah, we'll be
bash
there
in
November.
this month too.
3 weeks.
So
Yeah, because we're going to be November
We
1st.
still have one more
We're going
person.
to go to we're going to
To
go to
go.
the
Yes. And his
we're going to go to the
Oh,
orphanage
right.
in the morning, and then at nighttime we rent it out because we're having an event at the Hoover House.
oh, there you go.
So we're gonna be. I was like, there's something during the day, and I know Mary Jo. I seen her on her thing, and
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I'm gonna go.
that's awesome.
So I sent
yeah,
in
we're
a-
excited to have you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Show my spirit art and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. Now
For
next,
sure.
So I'm Jordan.
Yeah, we'll talk
I
all
am
about
the-
it.
I am the fifth wheel of
Yes,
the group.
last
We
but
have
not
2
least.
couples and then single old me.
that's usually me, so don't worry
I
about
came
that.
here about 2 years ago.
I love it.
After being freshly divorced, and I needed something to do with my evenings and my time, and I had found a trivia night at one of our local establishments that was run by DJ Trav himself. And that's when I met these two fine people, and Nick and Lindsay also came to the trivia nights, and that's how I met everybody. And then after one of the trivia nights, they're like, "Hey, we do this ghost hunting thing. Do you want to come along?" And I'm like, "I've got nothing to do with my time. Sounds fun. Let's do it." But originally, my father is an ordained minister. I did not come from ghost hunting, spiritual. No, that was never a part of my life at all growing up. But as today, it's like I'm like the skeptic of it all, and I kind of like the anchor point for the group, where these guys were like super into it, and I'm kind of a little bit of half a step back, like, okay, what could that, what could possibly be making that happen?
Yes.
Trying to, debunk in the moments kind of thing. They're like, "Oh, we see lights," and I'm like, "That's called a helicopter. We're okay," like, things of that nature.
I think I like him.
Yeah.
I'm always
You always
sucking
need-
the life out of Anthony.
You always think somebody that's skeptic or something, it's always good to have, because
Yeah,
It's
need
like
it.
that Black Lantern.
somebody
Yeah.
like that on the team keeps everybody honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps
Yeah,
everybody
it's
honest
that
because
noise.
but sometimes sometimes it is annoying. It's like, I know what I see. No, you don't. Yes, I do. It's like, ah,
Yeah. You got to be willing to, I mean, I always say, like, people like you make everybody else look better, because when they actually find something that you can't debunk and that it's really hard to explain, it's much more interesting than if you just show a light.
There are
Exactly.
things that I have, seen, and we have evidence that I have no explanation for.
And when he says
Right.
he doesn't know, it's like, oh.
Yeah. You get that feeling like, whoa,
Yeah.
we got something, right? That's what I mean. You make their evidence better.
yeah. When you all agree on it, it's like, okay, he's agreeing. Okay, great. Must be something. Let's check it
Being
out.
in town with the battlefield and everything, disembodied gunshots and cannon fire. People hear it all the time. Well,
hmm
being a Marine, Jordan, was that gunfire or was that a car backfire?
Right.
So it's he's gonna know before we are, and there's been times where that wasn't something that was a cannon fire. So when you have a Marine tell you that was cannon fire, it's
Ooh.
Yeah, I love. That's what I love about that place.
yeah.
You go there, you hear the. I stayed at the one time at the Cashtown Inn,
Yeah, okay.
and we could hear the gunfire outside. And I'm going out there, I'm like looking, and it's like there was nobody around. There was nothing around, and
That's
something.
wild.
I mean, that's so cool. That's why I love Gettysburg. I always get something,
Yep.
Even, so it's awesome,
Yeah.
But you guys,
Oh, sorry. No, I was just gonna say, like, it's pretty funny though. Not too long ago, we were all kind of hanging out, and we heard the noise, and it was just a cannon. Like, it's so nonchalant anymore.
yeah,
Oh, it's just a ghost cannon.
it's a,
Yeah, I mean, I think we have people who watch from all over, and I think people like that Gettysburg has such a mystique about it, but it's one of the few places that the mystique is real. Like what you said, like that's actually how it is. That is pretty cool. Where did Black Lantern come from? The name?
That's you.
Oh, there's not a whole lot of science to it. So originally it was me and Nick and Lindsay and Travis in the team, and Jordan joined very shortly after. It's literally our initials spell LANT, and I was trying to think of cool, creepy things. So I was like, lantern.
That's right.
Oh, Black Lantern, why
LANT.
not? And then Jordan joined, and we're like, we're not going to change the name. Sorry.
Yeah, you were like Lantern. Aw, great for the J's, Jordan.
Yeah.
I just curious. Did one of you draw it, or one of you the artist, or one of you the?
That was you.
I messed around a little bit one night, and I wouldn't use the word draw.
I think that's really
I
cool.
put some things together for sure. Yeah.
I love it. I have to say, I have your sticker on my case, on one of my cases, because I like it so much. I don't have everybody's sticker on my case, but I have yours because I just love it.
Yeah, it's
It's
cool.
so cool looking.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is very cool.
So You guys, you're in Gettysburg, so I know each of you, or maybe a couple of you, have the same place that you like to go back and investigate. Anyone? What places do you like to go to? You know.
Well, we definitely love what we do hosting the investigations at the Jenny Wade in the orphanage.
Hmm.
But I think our favorite place is the Eisenhower Bridge, as far as that's, where we kind of really started doing it, and it's a really crazy feeling you get there. So
That's
Yeah,
Well,
where
can you tell
that's
us a
where
little
our
bit
team
about
was
that
born.
place? Tell the
Because we're hipsters. We don't like investigating Saks because it's too crowded and too touristy and too cliche. No offense to Saks, I mean it's fantastic there.
Mhm.
However, we
it's okay.
just took the short path from Saks over to Eisenhower, and that's kind of where we got started, and started learning how to use our equipment. At least people like me and Jordan, because we hadn't done it before, and caught a lot of great things, still do there, and that
Mhm.
holds a very dear spot in our hearts because that's where we all came together as a team. But there are other places that we like. I don't know if you guys can think of.
Well, I was going to say, so I always like to tell a story because I think it's pretty cool. It's a unique story. It kind of brings our team together almost full circle with this whole thing. But in the 30 plus years of me investigating this area, I've only ever seen 3 full body apparitions. And people always ask me, like, how many ghosts have you seen? How many, you probably see this all the time. I'm like, no, it's not as common as you think. You can catch that. That's great. But I've only ever had 3. And one of them actually occurred when our group was together at the very, very, very beginning. I mean, this maybe was our second ever investigation sort as a group. And there's a place near the high school here. Well, it's actually the high school football field. That's called the Grove. And a lot of times they would take people on tours back there. It's really close to the battlefield ground, but it's not really on the battlefield. And so we're there investigating, and Nick and I tend to talk about anything else but ghosts most of the time. We'll talk about sports and music and all sorts of other fun stuff. And I knew the 2 of us were together, and we were walking down. I think the girls were ahead of us, and Jordan was ahead of us. And one of the big issues we have here is that we do have a national park. And the national park does have rules and laws that everyone should abide by. And one of those rules is, you can't go on the park grounds after dusk. So if you do go out there illegally, you may get a ticket and some other thing, a fine. And so we don't recommend people doing that. We also don't want that interfering with what we do as, doing our investigations. And so knowing that the Park Service boundary was right up against the field we were in, we're very aware of people breaking the law or whatever, and we want to tell them, don't do that. Please don't make this, worse for us. And so anyway, so Nick and I are probably talking football or something. I don't know what we're talking about. And we're walking down through, and both of us look up, and we see this man, and he is, we can see him. He's solid. He's not see-through. And he's got a hat on, and he's wearing kind of like brownish, dark clothing. And he's walking with intention straight towards the sign that says National Park Service, battlefield's closed, dusk to dawn. Right. And we're like, what's this guy doing? Like, this is crazy. We have to tell him to stop. Yeah. So Nick and I, as quick as we can move, go up this trail, and we're ready to tell this guy, hey, don't ruin it for us, man. Stop. What are you doing? And as we're ready to go say this to him, we look up, and we can see easily 100 yards in front of us. And to the side, there's just field there. To the left of where we were looking, there was a drop-off of about 20 feet down off of a little bit of a bridge that you would have heard him fall through, breaking branches and hit the ground loudly. And we never saw or heard this guy at all. He was completely vanished, completely gone. We had flashlights up for like the next 20 or 30 minutes. And we couldn't believe what we just saw.
Whoa.
That was the magic. So in 30 years, I see 3 apparitions. This is one of them on one of the very first investigations Black Lantern does together. And I thought, man, this is it. This is the team. This is the magic right here. So the Grove, I think, for us, at least probably is a pretty, that's a favorite spot.
So if that spirit had the lantern, he would have fell off the cliff there.
Yeah.
That's right.
See?
That's right.
You have to hand him a black lantern next time so he can see where it goes.
Do you I find that you sometimes are relaxed and in the zone when you're talking sports or something else, and you're sometimes more likely to notice things or, than when you're hyper vigilant, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
maybe that's what happened. I don't
Now
know.
it's more open.
Yeah, I know. When everybody's sitting around laughing and talking and doing EVP session, and you're going to have somebody you're going to hear like, who's that laughing in the background? Or who was that? You know.
Right.
And I think
Right,
a lot of
because
times
they're
spirits
people.
interact with you because
Yeah.
that's a normal
I
thing to
mean-
do, like as a person would.
A prime
Of course.
example that I'm not going to say where, but there was a spot here in town that it was we had rented out. We were investigating, and it was very, very slow to the point where the rest of them had gone home, and it was just me, Travis, and Ange, and Ange was sleeping at this point on the bed,
Yeah, it's pretty
and it's
Oh,
me
no.
and Travis, and we're sitting there, and we're just joking around, like this has been
They're
super.
slap happy. They're
Oh
like,
yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
super tired.
Not, I mean, maybe 2 or 3 things have happened, and we're just messing around. And I had a recorder, and the 2-3 recording sessions we did were just dumb. Like the questions we were at, like they didn't even make sense. We're just joking around, and he's playing music in the background. We're not expecting anything. We're listening back because the jokes we were saying were so stupid that we're laughing at them again. And we then go listen back to the last one we did, and there's a female that like yells at us to stop because obviously we upset somebody because we were joking around, but it wasn't
her. She was asleep.
sleeping. So it
She's
was
like,
Yeah.
shut up.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, guys, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Go home. It was more like that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
please stop.
That's
Stop.
Yeah.
Go to bed already.
I think,
That's
like you said, it
funny.
kind of opens things up. Yeah.
How many times have I been shushed by a spirit? Like you listen back and it's
Yeah.
like, shh.
Yeah.
It's
So-
usually midnight and, way past everybody's bedtime. We always forget that, like.
So you sent me a picture of the team all huddled in this little corner here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it up there. Maybe you could tell me where it is.
For sure. That is in
Oh, I
the
like it.
cellar of the orphanage.
The orphanage. That's what I
Okay.
thought.
Yeah, we should talk about the orphanage because we are a history show and we do like to do a deep dive. So we can pick a few places to do a little deeper of a dive into. And that's a great one.
And that's where the
Yeah.
jam is. I'm gonna put the jam up there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
there in November.
Yeah.
Now, if you go back, are you able to go back? to that last
Parajam.
picture?
So
What do you, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Are you able to go back to that last picture, the one that has the red filter on
yeah,
Yeah.
please.
it? Is that the one, if you look above Nick's head, is that the one that has that weird shadow? We can't kind of figure out. Is it maybe on that one? I can't tell from
I
here.
think it's a different one.
That's a different one. Never mind.
I don't think it's-
There's another photo. Yeah, we took these photos in succession, and for some reason, we got this really strange creature-looking shadow on the wall right behind Nick's head on one of the shots.
Above Nick's
And
head.
we have no
Okay.
explanation for that because really we just sat in the same spot, just repeating photos.
Mhm.
Those shadows make you look like you have Sasquatch heads.
That's a cool picture.
It
It's
is.
like I call it the album cover when you do a team
Right.
picture like that. And that's a good one.
That's what
And
Travis
here,
was
this is the team, and Jenny, this is
Yes, I love it.
it's great.
I just think it's so cool.
Okay. Well, you sent me some evidence,
Yeah.
and so I don't know what was what. I'm just going to play it
Yeah,
What-
go for it.
in whatever order it was sent
All right.
in.
And then we
Okay.
got a question afterwards.
Yeah, go.
Okay, I know this one
Yeah.
was
Oh,
something
sorry,
to
that
do with
was
a
it.
rampart.
What's
What a
you're not
question.
supposed to- What's your most valuable piece of equipment on a hunt? I mean,
Our most
you want to do a rapid fire?
now are valuable as in monetarily or as in or like
Can't
what
do
we just
without.
use or can't do without.
Yeah, something you
Right.
probably can't live
Right.
without. Something that's
fa-
every
Your favorite?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
recorder is mine.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I would say for me also audio recorder. I'm an audio guy. I like that. Although lately we've been getting a lot of really good evidence with dowsing rods.
I was gonna, yeah.
We've been using those. I mean, we use the standard equipment. We use SLS and REM pods and millimeters and video and I think the standard video and audio I think is where we mostly do our best work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my
Right.
favorite.
With
Yeah.
it being with a picture being what got me into it. I mean, if I'm going to investigate, the first thing I'm doing is snapping pictures. I mean, the second thing I'm going to do is break out a recorder. So again, it's
There's nothing cooler than playing back the recorder and hearing someone talk that is not one of you.
Mhm.
It's
I love this lady.
it's just such a it's like holy, like it's just so cool.
Yeah. Every
I love
time.
that.
I agree. The voices for me are everything. Totally.
Yeah.
My body cam and my digital recorder, but if I had to pick one, it'd be my digital recorder. I'm with you.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm gonna.
Okay, what about the rest of you?
I like that. And we love Estes. And actually, when we work at the orphanage and the Jenny Wade, people, for some reason, I don't know how this became popular. Maybe you guys know, but especially young people, when you say Estes, they're like, "Oh my God, can I do it?"
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
like to have a lot of people that are clients basically put the headphones on if they're comfortable and just hash it out, and we typically get really good responses. So that's one of my favorites.
Perfect. We agree with you with the young people at our events. We have a girl that comes to some of our events who's like 10. She's the best, period, at the SDs. Like, I really feel like they just have better ears. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have to train your ears specifically to listen to the device too. So that's something that
Yeah.
Right.
you learn.
The- The 10-year-old's going, it's saying bad words. It's saying bad words.
Yeah.
She's like, bad words. We're like, what word? She goes, stupid. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm a video person. I like my camera and because I can debunk people that are talking or whispering because a lot of times you get EVPs and you're like, well, who's in there? Okay, who's there?
Yeah.
With the video, you know who's there, and you can see. I had one. I was doing a private investigation, and we're getting like all these whispers and stuff. And then I noticed on my camera, a lady leaning over and whispering to the woman next to her. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's it.
Very good.
That's
it.
why I like to pair them up, the body camera
Yeah.
and the EVP. I do the same thing. I double check it.
Yeah.
And if you
Body
see nobody talking, it
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah. So that's
You can
that's
time
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Jordan,
I mean,
did you
as
answer?
far as like
Yeah.
the kind of specialized equipment that we have, I really like our Boo Bear that we have. We put a REM pod inside of a teddy bear, just because the two places that we investigate the most are the orphanage, clearly had children there, and the Jenny Wade house, which had a boy that lived upstairs on the other side from where Jenny was shot, and putting the Boo Bear in those places. The kids, they see it and they come and interact with it, and we have some great evidence where every time we're up in the Jenny Wade house and every time we said the name Billy, like, is this Billy? It light up, and then it was actually it wasn't one of us. I was up there with it when it happened. And the client that was with us, he said, okay, if you're Billy, touch it twice.
I sent them
That one.
Yeah.
I sent them that clip. Yeah.
So you'll see that one in a minute.
Yeah.
But
Matter of fact, I might.
that little specialized because they're children and they love.
No, I know what you're saying. Like, just getting a yes or a no can start a whole conversation. You can have
Yeah.
an entire conversation.
That's awesome. I know. I love. I got the Bella dolls, and I've been bringing them on things. I don't know if you know the Bella dolls. I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring the Gettysburg. They actually freaky little things that they're like little dolls. I will get
They're
them.
like
but
babies. They're
Yeah.
yeah.
we brought them to
Yeah.
Stanley
Fancy
last
dolls.
week, like 2 weeks ago, and it's a weird looking doll, and they talk, and their eyes go, and they're like robotic dolls, and they talk, like they say babbling and stuff, and they were saying, well, I was by the dolls, and a woman was, and I didn't see it, and all of a sudden the doll, they don't say words, it says Robert, they're both still saying Robert. I'm like, Robert, who's Robert? Woman was coming over, and she had one of those little Robert dolls,
Like
Oh,
Robert
oh,
the doll.
wow.
It's a replica of it.
and the thing was saying Robert. I'm like,
We were like,
wow,
whoa.
yeah. So they're pretty cool. When I go, I'm going to bring part of Gettysburg with me.
Yeah,
When I
I'd love
go to
to
the
see it.
bash, and I'm definitely going to bring them to the orphanage because I think the kids will love them.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
They're
those-
creepy.
The last
Creepy.
time we
If you like
investigated
dolls-
the orphanage, what was it? There was a girl that brought a doll, and oh my God, the responses that we got in
Really?
the basement were insane.
Right.
Yeah,
And I don't know if this doll was possessed or what. She's just got it at a local store in town and had named it, and we asked questions, and we got a response of a voice saying the doll's name. So
Wow.
it was pretty wild. So yeah,
That
bring
is
the
awesome.
dolls that you'll get something.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Something will happen.
The twins, he calls them. The twins.
I call them the twins. I bought them by a goof because my friend has one, and I seen them up on eBay, and the guy was selling them, and he was people putting bids on it, and it was like an estate sale, so they were really cheap, the two of them. So I bid it on them like $40, and they usually go about $80-$90 a piece. And then $40, and next thing I know, I won. I'm like,
Congratulations. You are the
Yeah.
proud owner
All right,
of twins, paranormal twins.
my wife's
Yeah.
like, "You're playing with dolls now? What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Never mind.
Right.
And then he
No
held it
problem.
up at the Shanley and it goes, bullshit. It's like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Tracy at the Shanley Hotel, she's the manager, and she's picked it up. She goes, "Isn't this bullshit going on?" And the thing goes, "Bullshit." Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it says words, and I'm like, and it's not a possessed doll. It's just imitating
No.
something else. So it's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm gonna play. You do have one
Yes,
here.
yes.
I
Where
think
is
with
this?
Pooh Bear with the SLS.
Yeah, so that is. You want me to tell you before or after?
You could tell me. You can tell me now if you want me to
Tell
put it
us.
on.
What would you prefer?
Okay, yeah. So that was. Well, Jordan, I'll let you tell that. Apollo Theater, Boo Bear with SLS. I'll tell
On the
it.
table.
You remember it, right? So we did the Apollo Theater in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and we were upstairs in the green room, and we had our whole SLS kit out and everything, and it wasn't recording for some reason, so we were recording it on our phone, and we kept getting figures throughout the room, and then they would disappear, and then we had one of our Boo Bears just sitting on the table in the green room, and Jordan pans and picks up a figure sitting, at least slightly sitting in a chair, and you literally see it start to reach out, and we're asking, "Can you touch the bear for us?" And the arm continues to extend. I then pan the camera, or whoever had the camera, I don't remember, pan the camera to the bear, and 2 seconds later it goes off, and it literally corresponded with the SLS figure literally reaching out and touching it. It was very cool.
Cool. Wow.
All right, I'll play that and see.
Yeah.
Here
If
we
you're
go.
watching at home, turn up your volume. StreamYard can be a little quiet.
Yeah, here we go.
And it's a Boo Bear?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Can you touch that Boo Bear again for us again?
they're right next to that Boo Bear.
Can you touch it? Touch the bear. It's
It's
amazing
white
noise.
and fluffy.
He's reaching out.
Yeah, like woo. Can we see it again?
Yeah.
And it's a Boo Bear?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Can you touch that Boo Bear again for us again?
they're right next to that Boo Bear.
Can you touch it? Touch the bear. It's
It's
amazing
white
noise.
and fluffy.
He's reaching out.
I might have.
Wow.
That clip.
It's
might
like
be
not so sure, but then yeah, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, it was. It literally cuts off like right as it starts. I should have said like a couple seconds later, but yeah, we literally panned over because again you see the arm reaching out and then the thing starts going off.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool because it's like I'm not so sure should I
Yeah,
touch it, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. You guys are very reassuring.
Yeah. There's another one here, something with Billy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, that's upstairs in the Jenny Way house, on the opposite side from where she was shot. But there's a little boy. There's some of his clothes that are still in the room on the bedspread.
Mhm.
Some of his original clothes. And
That's the second room, not the first one you go on. The second one.
so yeah, I mean, it depends on which. Yeah, so there's the connecting
Mm-hmm.
one from one side to the other where the show went through. It's not that room. It's not the connecting room to from side to side. It's the single room by itself before you would head downstairs.
By the staircase.
Yeah, by the
It's,
staircase.
yeah, it's closer to the staircase.
I love that place because I got some good stuff there too.
I love it too.
When I went there, I had 35 minutes. That's how long ago. I had a 35 millimeter camera, and we had the video. My night vision video camera had the cassettes going into it.
Love it.
That's so long ago. But my camera, the 35 millimeter camera, I had it hanging from my wrist. All of a sudden, it went off, and it went off. I'm like, so when I went back home and got the actually film developed. That's how long ago, giving away my age. And
Oh my
you can
gosh.
see like a little shadow of a boy sitting in the corner, like looking up at me. And it was like,
It was
and
Billy.
he took its own picture. But
Yeah.
that one I don't know where that is because that's an old 35 millimeter picture. So
That's so cool. I love that place, Jenny Wade House, and not just because my name is Jenny with an IE either.
okay, we'll play Billy.
Are you Billy or are you one of the orphans from nearby? Oh, okay. So if you're Billy, yes, you like your name. Can you tap the bear twice if you're Billy?
Oh, twice.
Yeah.
Did it
You
get
got
going?
it. You got it.
You can see at the end it hit twice.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like timing. Ooh.
Mhm.
That's
Can we
what
see it again?
and that's what shocked us so much about it was like, okay, this is a very, very clear response
Mm-hmm.
to a request from us.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Showed
and
intelligence.
yeah,
So you were
And-
saying
you know,
right.
obviously
Okay. So
gotta
you were
be-
saying touch it. Gotcha.
you gotta be extremely close to that to set it off to begin with. So
Yes.
Yeah, the Boo Bears are like that. I'll
Pretty
play one more time.
Are you Billy or are you one of the orphans from nearby? Oh, okay. So if you're Billy, yes, you like your name. Can you tap the bear twice if you're Billy?
That's
At
awesome.
the end, you see it tapped again. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. There's another one here with a RAM pod going off.
Yeah, so that's at the Hoover House actually. I mean, we
Okay.
brought up the Hoover House earlier. We went over and investigated a couple hours. Pam's awesome, and we didn't get a ton on the first or the second floor. We spent a lot of time up there. It was a little slower. These two were singing Grease 2 songs, and then we saved.
Not even Grease 1.
You went straight to second.
we
Regrettably.
we saved the cellar for the last because everyone kept saying, "Oh, the cellar's that's the most active." So we had one of our cameras set up down there the entire night, and so we go down, and on I guess one of the tables that's down there, they have one of those little mini bottles of whiskey and a shot glass and everything. And Pam was saying, and Andy Andrews was over there as well from Go City here in town, and he was saying, they always tend to respond when you have those kind of trigger objects. So we were trying to incorporate a little bit, and at the time, Lindsay here was a smoker, and we asked, would you want a cigarette? So then we then take it out and we actually put it next to the REM pod, and we were getting a ton of stuff going off, and I couldn't find all of them, but I just found the tail end of the one video of, again, we just asking, hey, we appreciate you talking with us. Can you go up and touch that red light again? And immediately it just starts going off.
Very
One
cool.
really cool story from that, we used a millimeter, and we were saying, if you want a sip of whiskey, I think, or something,
Yep.
make it go up to like 4.0. And it would go up, climb up from 0 all the way up to 4.0. I'm like, all right, that's great. And then I made a statement. I was like, well, if you prefer beer over whiskey, make it go up to 9. I think is what I said.
Something like
to
that.
effect.
Yeah.
And it went from 4 all the way up to 13. And we realized they added 9 and 4 together because they wanted both.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need to
wow.
have your shot with the beer, I guess. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, why not? Boilermaker.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right,
I love
right.
I love it.
A little
I
shot.
like the millimeter for that purpose too. Like I love to use
Yeah.
it as like a secondary, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the Rampart. This is the Rampart one. I'm gonna
Rampart?
play. Yeah.
We really appreciate you sitting down and talking with us. Can you just touch that red light like you've been doing? Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
Oh, you guys get like direct responses.
Yeah, you do. It's very cool.
Sometimes.
Depends, yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
like to, I like to encourage, even when we have clients that come into the Jenny Wayne House or orphanage that buy the tickets and we investigate with, I always like to encourage everyone to be welcoming and be happy and be friendly and be warm. I always tell the story, I've been doing this for 30 years. I always say, like, if you go to a party and you're the one who shows up for the party last and everyone there at the party's ignoring you or they're being whatever, like disinterested or disrespectful, you're probably not going to stay at the party. You're going to leave.
No.
And I think spirits kind of are like us, where if it's warm and welcoming and the party's fun, you're probably going to stay at that party. They're like, they're recognizing you being there. So I kind of think spirits are sort of the same way. They're intelligent spirits. You go into this like, let's create a party in which they want to come to. Versus I've been around people who've done this before and they don't do that. And I kind of question their technique a little bit because I'm like, why? If I was a spirit, I probably wouldn't talk to you. Like, if you're not going to act nice to me, like.
you got to come in with a positive attitude and a friendly attitude and respectful. Because as a person, if somebody comes to me and they're friendly and they're nice and stuff, you're going to want to talk to them. Now they come with attitude, you're like, forget you, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's just, remember, a lot of them were they were human before spirits. So everybody, you guys show respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's being Italian. I'm Sicilian. Respect is a big thing.
No, you're not.
You know what I'm saying? Get respect.
No, I have found just in the short selection of videos you played, I really like the way you sound. You guys, I really do. It's very natural so far, the way I hear you speak to spirits. And some people are either like yelling or just like they're talking to the air, kind of thing. And it takes practice, to be fair. It takes practice, right? Because at first you are kind of talking to the air, right? Like you don't know really. But I feel like you sound like you're actually speaking to a person in front of you, which is really hard to do. So kudos.
I picture the person, the spirit. Like I always I don't know. I want them to feel as comfortable as possible, and everyone does. Like I don't know if they also picture someone, but like I will like give them like an image in my head as if they were right there.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah, no, that's smart. And in the front end as well, I always say, like, it's like if you walk in somewhere to meet somebody, you're not going to ask them personal questions right away. Like if I just met you all tonight and I wouldn't be like, tell me the worst thing that ever happened to you or, how sick you are or something like that. I would never. I'd say, where are you from? What are you interested in? That kind of thing. So
you got to think out of the box all the time. Yeah.
Right. I always think of it as like meeting somebody at a bar, what you'd ask. You wouldn't be like, hey, how'd you die? Kind of thing.
Yeah. What's your birthday? Okay.
There you go. Good one.
There's another one here. Down here, it's cold.
Yeah, so that was that's a funny one. We
like funny.
A private investigation that we did. You want to tell us? I'm gonna let you tell it.
Okay. Yeah. So we have. So one of our, I don't know what the word is, but one of our this team started with in the very, very beginning was that we want to help people, and it wasn't about trying to like rewrite the whole history of paranormal investigating. It was literally like, let's try use our experiences and let's use experimental design and logic and theory when we're working with this. And at the same time, someone reaches out to us and says, look, I'm having some concerns in my house. I think there might be spirits here. It's affecting my children or something to that effect. We'll take that on. We'll go visit and we'll investigate. And so one of these cases, we met up with a family. We've actually investigated there twice now. And they had some concerns about a spirit being in the house that was kind of negative. And so we investigated, and actually some of the family came out and also investigated with us. And we ended up going upstairs to one of the bedrooms that didn't feel real great walking into. I think all of us realized that this room feels different. It just had that aura of stuffiness or something negative in this room, but we didn't know what we were encountering or what we were up against, and weren't expecting to find anything. We just, let's do our bit. And so the family was with us. And while we're all standing there together, and I'm recording the audio, some of the other family members show up outside. And from inside, people are looking through the window to outside. They're making commentary like, "Who's that? Oh my gosh, I can't believe he showed up," that type of talking. And amidst all of that conversation, we get an EVP we can't explain. And when we talk about it, it's funny. Is that why you're
absolutely?
Okay.
Yes.
And so part of this group, there's 5 of us, and when we review evidence, it's a majority rules decision.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where if someone's really not sure about what's going on, most likely we're not going to post it. It won't go public. We'll just keep it in our back pocket as something we don't know what it is, but we're not going to post it yet.
Right.
This particular piece of evidence, Nick was very adamant that it was Lindsay talking. And
Which I agreed.
yes, and Lindsay agreed. And so I was like, guys, and then Jordan and myself and Angela listened to it. We're like, no, that's somebody else. That's not Lindsay's voice. And these two were like, no, it's definitely Lindsay's voice. And I kept playing this back. I'm like, I'm not hearing Lindsay at all. I hear her in the background, a different plane. And nonetheless, we went to do the reveal at these people's house.
Well, before that, Lindsay had been switched.
Yeah.
Lindsay did
then
change her
said,
mind.
Yeah.
"Oh wait, that's not me," and I was still adamant. And I'm like, "No, it's Lindsay the entire time."
So then I was team Ange Travis Jordan, and I'm like, no, dude, that's not my voice.
So
Right. You would know.
The reveal, and when we do the reveal, we like to share whatever evidence we all agree upon. We find,
Smart.
and we don't try to make a whole lot out of who or what. We just try to give the evidence to the client basically and have them decide, because I don't want to push them in any direction. This is what we call it. You go with it, what you think's going on. Anyway, so we have the whole family there, and it must be like 20 people or something like that in the kitchen area, in the dining room, and we brought an external speaker, Bluetooth speaker, and I said to Nick, I'm like, can I just play it for him anyway? And Nick's like, Trav, it's not it. It's Lindsay. I don't know what you're doing. This is Lindsay. And he's that night, in these people's house, he's still whatever.
I said, let me listen to him.
Right. And you're like, you were trying to check the Bluetooth speaker. I think connectability.
Yes, right.
He comes into the room after he listens to it, throws his arms up in the air, and goes, "Oh my gosh, it's not Lindsay. I hear exactly what you're talking about."
Oh, no way.
And we played it for them as a reveal, and then they heard it, and they immediately recognized a voice and recognized something that they heard there, and they all came to a conclusion similar to what we think it says. So it was kind of funny. Wow. It's just how the team works, and we're not we don't jump into every single thing we see and feel and hear and whatever it is to, oh my gosh, this is paranormal, we got the greatest catch ever. We literally run it by each other first. Like, what do you think you hear? And then tell each other a whole lot. It's you tell me what you think you hear.
Yeah. We listen, we don't judge.
Quite often.
That's the best way to do it.
Best way. For sure. And I have questions written down, and one of them was asking about private investigations. And I love that you just give them what you give them, and you wait for a reaction from them, because it's their house. They know, they recognize grandma's voice, or they recognize, that you, so you sort of have to put it out there and not say, is this your grandma? You just have to say, do you recognize this voice?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people could learn from you, just not directing
I'm gonna play that.
Too much.
I'm gonna play that video.
Yeah, this is fun. Okay, I can't.
Do you know their names, whoever was outside?
You hear that so clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is weird, because we were on the second floor of the house, but it said down here it's cold. So I don't know no one really knew what that meant.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Maybe the basement.
Somebody in the basement.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but
So we think that this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I think it's a giant family. It's the matriarch and the patriarch of the family own the farm, but everybody basically lives around the area, so it's bunch of kids, grandkids, all that good stuff. So the kids are older now, but one of them, when we played that video, said, "Oh my God, when I was younger, I used to play in the basement, and there was a kid I played with, and he was a ghost." So we think maybe, odd way, his voice may have come out up in a different level of the house, even though he spent his time in the basement.
Right.
Yeah, who
Mhm.
knows how that works?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think any of us know for
Right.
sure how that
Yeah.
works.
It's so
Exactly.
weird.
Yeah,
People-
spirits could be anywhere. They're not in physical form. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
they could be in the basement. They could be upstairs in a second. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Right.
That's
That
very
was good.
clear.
I really want to hear it one more time. It's short, please. I like to do it twice just because sometimes people miss it
Absolutely.
the first time if it's short,
Okay, here we go. The wrong one.
Nope.
That was somebody else's stuff.
I was gonna say.
I was like,
What the cat?
Do you know their names, whoever was outside?
wow. I love that.
That is wild.
Wait,
That's a
very
great
good.
one,
A little bit
guys.
of shout out. So, Nick's older brother Bill is a TV producer, and he does do some of our editing for us. So, a little shout out to Bill.
Yeah, because he was.
Andy.
Yeah, he put that clip together.
He's the one. That,
Yeah.
he tidies up the clips to make them like short and nice, and then he adds like the text over top of it. So, thanks, Bill. man.
Okay.
That's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool. Shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I want to get some of these in before the night's over. So
Yeah, sorry.
The only
I
one
just like
wish
to
I
see 'em
sent
twice
you
because,
was,
like,
the
they're
first
so
time-
good.
The first time we ever investigated the orphanage, for some reason I couldn't find this clip. It's on our Facebook somewhere. I just couldn't find it to send it over to you. We spent the whole night in the orphanage. We did main floor, basement, all that, and we had a ultraviolet camera in the basement, and all 5 of us are down there. I'm sitting on the floor. Lindsay's sitting on a bench across from me, and Travis is right across from me, and then Jordan's next to me. And Lindsay says out loud, because it's well known that at least it seems like Rosa Carmichael's probably still in that building. And throughout the night, we tried to get communication with her, and didn't really seem like we were getting a whole lot. But Lindsay asks at one point, "Rosa, do you like the children?" And obviously in real time, it was just dead air. There was nothing.
Right.
When we then went back and watched the video, and again, please go to our Facebook. It's like one of our first videos we ever posted. It's Lindsay says, "Rosa, do you like the children?" 1, 2, 3, no. And
it sounded like this. No.
it was very clear. I don't know why I
No.
couldn't find it to send it, but it was. I think that's honestly one of the clips that kind of helped get us to get the orphanage and Jenny Wade, because we investigated those buildings, and then Ghost
Right.
Images saw this and saw how we investigated and said, "Hey, you guys want to host these?" And I think it was that and a couple other things that we got that they're like, "Oh, these guys are local. They know what they're doing," and things like that. So I think it was that kind of helped us get where we're at. Yeah.
Sure. Do you think you know who it is?
I would assume it's
Rosa.
Rosa. Yeah.
It was a female
Mhm.
that was angry.
Yeah.
Probably was raped.
So you
Probably
think maybe
was.
Sinister.
Because
People want
Yeah.
to people want to do all
I
bad stuff
addressed
to the
her name
kids.
before I asked the
Yeah.
question.
Rosa
So
Carmichael?
I would safely assume it would be her.
Mhm.
And I mean, I never ever really try to do this, poking the bear
Yeah.
and trying to provoke. That night, again, it just seemed extra slow, and it was us starting out. We didn't have a Black Lantern bank account or anything, so we put out some money to investigate the orphanage, and again, you're never guaranteeing anything, but and it was a slower night, at least until we reviewed everything. And we were sitting in the basement after the question, even though we didn't know there was an answer. And I remember saying, "Rosa, if you're here, I frankly don't believe that you're here. We spent the whole night and we're trying to talk to you. We're asking so many questions. If you're here at 1, I don't think you're as strong as you really are. Well, if you want, shoot me a message on Facebook. I'll show you the scratches I have up my leg from that night." So it's a message to everyone. Don't provoke. I mean, you might get a response, but it's definitely not the response you want.
No. Yeah.
And it
Good
took me
advice.
a couple times to learn that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good now.
You got to learn the hard way. I hear that. Yeah, we should. I know you need to show a lot of things, but we definitely should go a little bit over the background of the orphanage. So since we are a history show, we can do that after. Go ahead, show your.
We got a
video.
couple more clips. I think a couple of these are from the orphanage.
Yeah,
So
just
here's
because
a
anybody
clip.
watching might be like, "What orphanage?" We talk about it like we know
Got
it
it.
because we know
Yeah.
it, but people in Texas are like, "What?"
Yeah. We have an
Or
expert
Kansas.
here.
So I just think we should maybe just do a quick background on it when we're done.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure which one of these. I just had this EVP 2.
Wait.
What
What?
was that?
So that wasn't the
Okay,
orphanage.
so that's, I think what we just saw, it was the red glowing person walking across. Was that one?
Yes.
Gosh,
Okay.
it looked like something, but here we go. I'm going to do it
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can
so
see the
to that,
shadow.
or to explain
I
that,
see it.
we're trying to do
I
that.
see a shadow.
Okay, so I have friends from college days that end up moving back to Gettysburg, and they told me, they said, "Can you come investigate our house? We live in town, and we think there's something here." And we said, "Sure, we'll come over and check it out." Again, this is pretty early on, I guess. I worked too, and Angela's the one that caught that footage. I know there was on the staircase, there was a turn in the staircase, like a landing area, my parents used to kind of call it. And the dog always likes to hang out right in that spot. And it's kind of an uncomfortable spot because if you're trying to go up and down the staircase, the dog's laying there, you got to move the dog out of the way to move, past it. And they've always felt kind of weird in that spot. So Angela takes her phone and she's just using the camera on her phone, nothing special. And she's just aiming it at that spot. Now, the red light you see is coming from a REM pod. So a REM pod's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. It just has the light from the REM pod. There's no sound from it or anything else because nothing's touching it. So she just got her phone trained on it and she sees something happen. Goes, "Whoa, what is that?" We go back later and see it, and it's something moving across the screen from left to right. So
Yeah.
fast forward, my daughter is a graphic arts person, and she works with motion graphics. And she would probably be the first person to call, Phooey on something I give her to tell me this is all silly and whatever, you didn't catch anything. And I gave her the clip, and I said, all I would like you to do is slow it down and then lighten it up a little bit so you can see what it is. Just don't do anything else to mess with it.
Right.
And she spent, I think, about 3 hours working on that clip, and I think the whole thing lasts 5 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
So she watched it out. How many times during those 3 hours? She could not debunk it. She goes, "I think, Dad, you caught a headless gummy bear walking across the screen." Shit, that's what it kind of looks like. And we all looked at it on larger screens, and it sort of looks like it's a toddler. It kind of moves the way toddlers move. Their hips are a little bit different. Their legs are different than an adult is, and how they move.
Yeah, I agree.
And they have seen a small toddler-sized apparition in this house. So it kind of goes along with that story. But
Interesting.
We didn't know that at the time, right?
we didn't know that at the time. Yeah.
Right.
And it was
That's
only
interesting.
visible from Andrew's point of view because you're looking up the stairs, there's a landing, and then there's probably 6 stairs that go up the next, and I'm 3 stairs up on that second staircase. And I think I cut the audio on a lot of it because we were kind of talking throughout the whole thing. I remember saying to him, "Why would happen?" Because I was looking down at that landing. I'm like, I missed something. So it was only, it didn't, like if it was, because that was another one where we went back and forth a long time on. Like a reflection from a car or brake lights or anything like that. When that would happen, we would catch it from Angie's perspective and my perspective because it would go across the wall, the way the windows were and everything like that. So
And Travis and Ange also drove past. Like many experiments were done to try to recreate this, and it could not be
Yeah, we
recreated.
tried to debunk it.
We really, 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 really tried
It's quite
to
good.
debunk this. So that is 100% genuine. Like it's real.
That is cool.
He's actually zoomed
Can we
in
see it
on
again or no? One more
his
time.
head.
It's only 5
He's
seconds.
not headless. He just has dark hair. And he has one
okay.
of those little, when in the olden days kids would wear those shorts with suspenders and little
Sure.
penny loafer type shoes.
Mhm.
That's
Knickers
what he
they used to
was
wear.
wearing. And you can see his little butt like scuttling across the. It's so cute, but Yeah, it's funny how when you actually blow it up on the big screen, you can see the details of the.
No, I'm gonna play
Yeah,
one
I
more
thought it
time.
looked headless. Yeah, I definitely thought it looked headless at first.
Yeah.
I think the gasp is my favorite part
Well,
because I've done it. Like,
It's funny because I was the only one who saw it, and then everyone kind of just blew me off. They're like, "What are you talking
We're
about?"
sorry about that.
And then later, I was like,
no, I mean, of course you're gonna do that.
Ange is a middle child. She was kind of used to that.
"Yeah, whatever."
so I mean, I'm not sure these
The rest
these look like a down basement somewhere. I'm not sure what this is. I'll just play them.
Yeah.
I'll just play this one.
Here we go.
There's something down the hallway there.
Yeah,
A couple
so
things
what
going
that
on in there.
is now we have cameras set in the orphanage 24/7. We can pull up at any point, which is a privilege in working with ghostly images. When we first started, we would set up cameras every single night, wireless, wired, all of them, and place them in different areas, different angles each time, but mostly the same areas because we kind of knew where the hot spots were. And what that is the hallway to the pit. And that was a wireless camera, so there was no wires to be stepped on or anything like that. And we had it sitting, and I don't think anyone was watching the cameras at that moment because I think we were all in the back room or something at that point. And when I went back and reviewed the footage, we had another camera in the main room of the cellar, and nobody was downstairs. And as you can see, that camera moves by itself. And then there's the movement at the end of the hallway that is also unexplained. So that was, I think that was probably 6-7 months ago, but that was in the orphanage, yeah.
Because down the end of the hallway, to me, it seemed like
The curtains in place.
they were looking like you had the back of them, and they just turned around sideways.
Yep.
And they turned
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
and it looked like to me they did have, like you said, with the suspenders, with the knicker type pants.
Yeah.
The boy looked maybe about 10 years old to me, and he had blonde hair. I'm sensitive, so I do the spirit art too.
I'm like, where
And
is
this
he
is
in
what
that?
I'm seeing, and I see the guy. He has
you.
like blonde hair, like little curly hair, and like a roundish face, like a little, not an arrow, but a little chunky face. But he's not a fat kid.
Like this.
That's what I see out of that. Matter of fact, I'll probably draw you a picture of it.
I think you just described me, the chunky face with the short blonde hair.
Yeah, that was you. That was Jenny.
Yeah,
Jenny
it was
got
me.
handed over.
Ironically, you're wearing knickers.
I was like, is he describing me?
Yeah, but that's what I saw. I don't know if anybody else saw the same thing, but yeah.
We definitely need it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Again, we have a
we gotta do it
request.
again. That was quick. 'Cause I watched that one a couple of times when you sent it.
Yeah, but I have only seen it once. So I want to see it again, please. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was wild.
To me, it seems like he just turns around. You can see like a little head and everything. That's great.
And that's
That's very
a
cool.
common occurrence before we got cameras now stationary in them. Cameras being moved was a very
Oh,
common
really?
occurrence. It still is at Jenny because we're in the process of getting them set up. But I mean, cameras moving was very often
That's
a common
cool.
occurrence until we.
They probably think it's a toy or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Spirits probably think it's the children there probably think it's some sort of toy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's why they're playing with it. You know, they're moving it. They see a little silver thing there. I don't know if they're silver or black, whatever one.
Yeah, but yeah.
They see like, what's that?
Right.
You know, so they don't know.
Yeah, but that's significant movement. That's not just like the wind. You know,
Yeah.
like that's somebody messing around with it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next two are the same thing, but one's 9 minutes and one's 11 minutes. So I'm going to play each separately.
Okay. You want to set it up or?
Yeah, I get it. It's already set up.
You know what I mean? Like what?
No, I'm going away, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
That's how it's
that should be our new drinking game. Usually when someone says cannoli, we drink. but that's
like
his
that.
new
I like
saying
the
to
Nolan.
me. So yeah.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, it seems like someone bumped it, says Mary, about the camera. I agree.
Yeah. And these last two, I had to see which is which to know what I said, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant by set it up.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's one. Play that one more time.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
go ahead.
Person looking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look down the end of the hallway. Look like something moved. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see shit from here. Yep, there it goes.
Shoot, tell me what I'm looking at.
Was there somebody there, or was that?
Here, Jordan, take it away.
There's a figure in the background toward the end of the hallway who comes
Yeah,
from the right
great.
to the left.
Mhm.
Not a
Yes.
full figure apparition. This is, you see the bottom half, the legs and everything. As you're looking down the hallway, the ghostly images, and they put up curtains along the side, and it's to hide HVAC, heating and air ducts and things of that nature. But it comes from the curtains and the heating and air ducts, and it walks right across the hallway and into the pit.
Okay.
Was there anybody there? Or was,
Yeah, I thought it was a person. Okay, so
I
wow.
thought I heard voices.
So there were people in the basement at the time, not anybody in the pit at
Or
the
in the
time.
hallway.
Or in the hallway.
Okay. All right. So that's the voices you hear in the background.
Yes.
Yeah.
By
Can we see it
Barry.
again? Please, can we see that again?
Sure, you can see it again.
Please. I said please.
And again,
Oh yeah. I thought that was just somebody back there. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, and
Not somebody back there.
no, and
Wow.
That is great, and that's great. You have cameras
more
there.
prominent than anything, but going back and reviewing it was like that was.
Yeah, Anthony's in heaven with the cameras.
Yeah, I
stuff.
love those cameras. When I always wanted a place I could set cameras and just do constantly investigating
Yeah.
a place like that over and over and over.
You could put it in my kitchen.
So, we're doing in your kitchen, and you watch your husband cook for you.
So the next one, because I know what the last one is, same hallway, different time. Again, the curtain that Jordan was talking about, again, it hides the HVAC system, but the intake and everything is on the first floor. So there's no air blowing out of the HVAC in the basement. And as you look down, and this has only happened once because we still have a camera still in that position actively.
Trained in the signal.
It was a somewhat active night, and go back, and I think at one point I was trying to look for a catwalk going off, and you'll see on the right-hand side, the curtain that all of them are just loosely hanging there just snaps down. And it's so unnatural of a movement. It's not the air sucking it back, because again, the HVAC back far enough that, and again,
Right.
there's no intake or outtake on that system in the basement.
There's
but
no
you'll see how it
ventilation there.
snaps, and it's,
So like a tug, like a
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
tug.
Haven't caught it since doing this.
It's almost like the curtain has a fold in it, and then the fold comes undone, and it doesn't billow out like somebody would undo it, or it has no flowing motion to it. It's a snap. It snaps to the open position.
Okay. Yeah, where we go.
That sounds great.
Look to the right side.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
And right before that, I don't know if there was dust coming, but you seen something
Yeah.
coming from the top.
Oh yeah, there is like. something
But you're
comes
right, there's
out
two
at the same
movements.
time.
Yeah,
You're right.
Down,
No,
yeah,
but
down there,
Jordan's
it's
right.
very, 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 very dusty down there. Yeah, if somebody moved around even 5 minutes before that video was taken, it's probably still dust moving around.
Yeah.
Down
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but still,
that's
you're
so
right.
cool.
There's
Call something an orb down in the basement is very, very difficult to do because there's just stuff
Yeah.
flying around all the time.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
but
do
you're
that
right.
one more time.
It's not just like a billowing. It's like two separate movements.
Yeah. Here we go.
a pull, like a pull.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was interesting.
We just kind of found an unnatural movement.
Yeah, it's definitely like a pull, like someone pulled it
Yeah, that's pretty
because
cool.
and straight, like exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Wow,
That's a
you
very
have a good
cool.
eye too. That was that. I mean, good eye,
It's a very
eye.
cool.
Definitely.
You know?
And you can almost see where it's pulled from. Like it's not pulled from the top; it's pulled from the middle, almost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
So the orphanage looks like a very cool place. I mean, I think I've
Yeah.
been there once very long time ago, and
Same.
that's because when I go to Gettysburg, I just go on the battlefield, or
Sure.
I stay where I'm staying. You know, Jenny, I was at the oh wow,
Farnsworth.
Farnsworth. Oh man, I got a senior
How
moment.
about that? How about that for ESP we got going?
Farnsworth and the Tilly Pierce. I love the Tilly Pierce.
Yeah,
Yes.
we did
Yeah.
it silly people.
I always
I knew
every
you were
time
gonna
I
say
go, I
that.
get so much stuff over there.
I knew you were going to say that.
It's 3 a.m.
Yeah, no, such good stuff. I agree. They're all great.
Yeah, Tilly
But yeah,
Pierce.
we definitely want to tell them a little bit more about the orphanage. And I know you have the Paracon. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not saying the right
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. So the orphanage.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the orphanage was started after the Civil War, and it was the kind of the birth child of a very famous photograph that came from the battle. There was a Union soldier who was found dead at the corner of York and Stratton Street. And back in the Civil War, they did not have dog tags. It was very hard to identify who this soldier might be. What they did find in his pocket was a picture of 3 children. And so the newspapers printed this picture almost, throughout every northern newspaper, and it was like an all call to kind of figure out who this soldier was. And as it turns out, the kid's mother had passed away, so these kids were now orphans, and now becomes the impetus of, okay, there may be a lot of orphans that come out of the Civil War. There's really no place for these kids, and that was the start of the orphanage here in town. And when it started, the doctor who started it was a very nice gentleman. The kids were very well taken care of. They were fed. They were educated. It was exactly what you would hope from this institution. A couple of years after it began, they got a new headmistress named Rosa Carmichael, and that's when everything went down.
Boo.
Rosa, not a nice person.
Right. Right.
She
Yeah,
was known
not.
for placing kids in barrels
Oh my
and
gosh.
putting them in there for punishment. She would chain children to the wall in the basement of the orphanage as punishment. One of the ultimate punishments was to be placed in the pit back there. And, sometimes these kids were left overnight. There are some original chain linkages that are still attached to the wall in the orphanage down in the basement. You can go see it. She is known to probably, if not most definitively, killed at least 2 children during her tenure. And those children were buried out back of the orphanage. Current day, they put an extension on the back side of the orphanage, which is one of the rooms that we investigate. And we get a lot of activity back there because the kids would have been buried underneath that extension on the backside now. But yeah, she was not a very nice person. She got run out of town and kind of drops from the face of history after Gettysburg.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
$20 fine.
Yeah, she paid a
These
$20
poor
fine
kids.
and got go somewhere else.
$20 fine.
yeah, for shackling, putting iron collars around these kids sometimes, right? Forcing them to stand for, days
Oh,
and
yeah.
collapse from exhaustion. I mean, this was like not just mean, but sadistic lady.
Oh, yes. Very, very
Yeah.
sadistic. The kids were so scared, a lot of the kids would run away from the orphanage and they would run to the college, the Gettysburg College over here, and to the students to try to get help. And unfortunately, a lot of the times the students would be like, "Oh, you're just making it up," or "Oh, this is
Right.
just, conjecture," and the kids, and they'd take them back, and the kids would keep trying to escape again. So I mean, it was a pretty awful place.
Yeah.
That was what I heard when I first started going there, and I was doing a tour at the Jenny Wade house. They told me how, and I thought I did see something in the back there, but they said there was a spirit of war that used to go, and Jenny Wade used to give them food, and they used to come over, and they used to take care. Every so
I
often
didn't
the
know
kids come home, and she used to give them food. So.
Huh.
Wow.
What
Yeah.
are some of the biggest claims at the orphanage? I know I've heard a few, but what are the biggest claims
we've had
there?
child interactions. We'll put out cat balls, or we'll put out other trigger objects, toys, and other things maybe they recognize. We've had people sing on our tours before, sing children's songs, maybe something they would recognize. We've gotten responses that way, which is kind of cool. We've gotten cries for help sometimes from children, especially in that back room. You and I have done some EVP sessions where we've heard like somebody asking for help or something to that nature, crying out. We've gotten soldiers. We've had several soldiers that maybe were not necessarily would have been part of this battle. Maybe they came back later because we've gotten references to things that don't quite add up. There was a unit number and then a state that doesn't match here. We've had responses from soldiers about General Grant coming back when he visited the orphanage, and that happened with Jordan that one time. And then there's been some other stuff. I don't know if you guys want to go into that, but there's been some other claims made.
Well, the orphanage, I mean,
The orphanage has its own. It's very negative there. It's really sad. Let's just say it's definitely a place that negative things can grow in, and we've had not one but a couple psychic mediums who have come in, and there's definitely a darker demonic entity that lingers around. They say really just don't feed into it, but it definitely interacts. We have the name and all, but not going to go there. But
right. We don't give it attention, right?
Two separate visits, different people corroborated a story that they feel. I'm hoping that neither one knew beforehand.
No, they wouldn't know. Yeah.
Right. Do you hear disembodied voices like laughing, kids talking?
Yeah, we've had all crying, laughing, giggling, talking, chatter, boys and girls, and then we've had like adult voices too that maybe weren't with the orphanage or we would think, or they weren't necessarily Civil War either. We've had some other stuff going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of also crosstalk. And some people have told us about this. It's like mediums have made this claim that spirits from the Jenny Wade orphanage sort of go back and forth.
That's amazing.
As if it's like a little bit of a railroad or a throughway for both of them.
That's amazing.
Superhighway.
Yeah. So
because those two locations are geographically very close to each other.
Right. Right.
You could throw a stone and hit the other one.
Great point. Jordan, great point. No, that's a great point. When did it stop being an orphanage? Do you know what year?
It had been the early 1970s.
I believe.
Right, but modern.
1870s.
Right.
1870s.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So that's.
It may not even made it to 1900.
It's not that long.
No.
Yeah, not that long at
That's
all.
what I thought. So, 1877.
Yeah, 1870.
it actually was eventually converted to a kind of a tour stop for Charlie Weaver. He had a museum there. He had a bunch of things written on the side to try to get people to come in and look at artifacts he had from the battlefield and other things. And so it was like used for a couple other things. And then eventually it got restored back to the orphanage, and people wanted that story to come out. Like, hey, look, this is a very real thing that happened here. It's not a great story, but it is a story. And
right, one you have to honor. Exactly.
That's why that back room is there. Charlie Weaver built that back room.
But he didn't know about the children being buried there.
No,
I didn't
I
know that.
don't
No, it's like it's sad that they didn't have not even any kind of record of anybody being buried there, especially children.
No, definitely been no record of it. She was trying to hide it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a shame. It really is.
Oh,
It's
that
so
is true.
sad.
No, I got
When
my,
they built that back room, they
my
found
back room.
they found
They-
children's skeleton under the steps.
one
One
child.
skeleton, like one.
Really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So there might be more children
Like
than
in the
children that
backyard,
you
yeah.
know
There
about.
absolutely may be more.
Because there's still children missing to this day. She was only charged with the one death. But yeah.
$20 fine.
$20 fine.
Get
Wow.
out of town.
At the time, right?
At the time, yes, of
Yeah.
course, $20
But I
a
think
So she just disappeared. So she could have did the same thing somewhere else, and we don't know
Yeah.
about it.
And of course, this is the late 1800s. If you go 3 towns over and say, "Hi, my name is Susan Smith,"
Hmm.
there's nothing.
Right.
You don't have to carry a birth certificate around or any other thing other than say, "Hi, I'm Susie Smith."
I mean,
Yep.
what a horrible person.
Yeah.
I like to think horrible things are happening to her somewhere.
Well, I have a theory. My theory I always tell people is that because she did kind of disappear completely from record, right? I think at some point they traced her down to be in New York at some point, but then she was gone. I kind of like to think that maybe one of those shackled 8-year-olds grew up to be like 18 and 19 and maybe took care of things.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
Paid his, got his revenge.
that's crazy. I mean,
Yeah. That's a nice thought.
Right?
I mean, it's,
And I don't-
that'd be crazy.
And I don't think like that, but yeah, I mean, animals and children, no. I draw the line.
of course, she has to end up in New York over here. Come on, guys.
Come on.
Everybody who screws up, they come to New York. What's going on here? You get them all.
I heard she moved to Queens.
Yeah, I'm including. Yeah, she's my neighbor right now. She's like 300 years old. Yeah, but yeah, that was crazy. How
Well,
that
it's good to focus on the positive. Like there were kids at first who were educated and
Yeah, yeah.
cared for. I
Yeah.
always try, like we talked about this with Tala, like, I try to focus on the people who were helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It was very much a success story initially.
Yeah. I mean, these
Yeah.
kids lost their parents, so it's like they're already,
yeah, but, well, after the battle, there was a lot of dysentery going on there too, wasn't there?
Oh yeah.
Because you had streams that were, by Sachs Bay. I know that stream was full of blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? There was dead animals all over the place. There was,
Yeah.
More
I mean, the people coming back from the house. Yeah, they're coming back and they're finding a house with dead bodies in them. So, or
Yeah.
body parts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, there must have been a lot more after the war, people dying from dysentery or,
Right.
some other diseases or, like I couldn't imagine that because there wasn't even clean water to drink,
No.
so after that,
People were
battle-
dying anyway in that time of the, that era, it's not like you were, going to the urgent care and getting your penicillin or like your, that kind of thing. So people were dying anyway of, diseases that we cure easily. So.
yeah, that was, that battle was, American against Americans. That was well, just hope that never happens again in this country.
What is I like, because we have like 15 minutes, but each of you, I would love to know your dream location to investigate anywhere in the world, just to get to know you a little better.
No, I can't go first.
All right,
think
we'll
about
go
it.
backwards then. So, Jordan.
Yeah. I'm Savannah, Georgia. I love the weeping willows and the history of Savannah is very conducive to ghost hunting and things of that nature. The kind of
Nice.
antebellum South.
Yeah, I can imagine down there.
Yes. I have a friend who's doing Myrtle's plantation this week, so I was a little bit jealous of that.
That's awesome.
I would love to investigate places in New Orleans.
Speaking of,
That is my
Okay.
dream, to go there with
Okay.
a bunch of equipment. Just give me a recorder. I don't care. I want to go in all of those old, old hotels that were homes. Like, just take me. I've been there, but I wasn't. I was younger, and I was with the youth group. I was a chaperone, so I can't exactly go ghost hunting right then.
right, right. Even though we all do it on the sly, right? Like, what do I
Right.
call it? Guerrilla investigating. But yes,
You
still.
can't turn that
You don't
brain
really turn it off.
Right.
Because we'll be sitting, we're just hanging out, and well, even him and I will be sitting at our apartment, which is a new house. We'll hear a sound in the kitchen. And we're like, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, of course, you can't turn it off, right? Okay, Adam needs to know who the comic book fan is.
For me, it would be somewhere in Europe, probably. I've actually never been to Europe. I'm going in a couple months, but I think the fact that those countries are so much older than ours, and there's so much more history, so much more activity.
Yeah, like old castles. I would love
Exactly,
to.
yeah.
I would love to be at an old castle for like a whole week just investigating
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
by myself. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I'm Dutch, so I hear you.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. There's so many places I'd like to go, especially in this part of the country, because we have so many different historical places that some places you can't really get into, but I really wish I had access to them. However, because we were just there recently and I've never investigated there, I'd have to say Penhurst here in Pennsylvania would be probably the top right now places I would like to go to next to check out.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Amazing.
Penhurst is a very good place.
Yeah.
I got a couple of my drawings from there also of children and stuff. That was such a great place.
It is a
You
great
know.
place.
I'm going to say two, and the one I've already done, but I'm going to go off Travis. I want for the longest time to do Penhurst as Black Lantern. Me and Lindsay have done Penhurst a couple times. I've done it with a couple other friends years ago. I love Penhurst more than anything. I love Gettysburg than Penhurst. It's a fantastic place. Sad, but fantastic paranormal wise. Outside of Penhurst, Waverly Hills.
Waverly Hills.
Yeah.
I never done that one. Yeah, I would love to go do that too. I've been invited to go there, but sometimes to go that far, you get the money.
Yeah, it's far.
I'm in New York, so go there.
It's a bit of a hike.
Yeah, it's a little hike for me, but I would love to do that, and I probably will do it one day. So
Yeah.
You will.
definitely.
We always say ours is a Sally house.
Sally House
Oh,
is my
cool.
favorite. Yeah,
Yeah, we'd like to go there, Anthony and me.
yeah, we definitely go.
You got everybody? Yeah, we did get
That's my
everybody.
no.
Yeah.
He's hiding in the corner up there. What you gonna let us say?
Yeah, I know.
Why?
I guess it's Savannah first.
Savannah.
Oh, he said Savannah. I'm because you're so far in the back there. I forget. Savannah. That's such. I mean, yeah, we all have our places that we like to go.
Savannah's so beautiful.
I want to talk about the Parajam. So you guys get that.
Parajam.
Yeah. There you go.
There it is. Woo!
There it is. I mean, when I seen the concept of this, I'm like, I got to be part of this. That's why I sent in. I mean,
am I part of
music,
this?
rock and roll, and paranormal. Hey, what else is there? I mean, that's awesome. So, where'd you get the idea of this?
I mean, the ideal so Black Lantern does a lot of hanging out in this record store, whether it be at night or during the day or just kind of. So I was, if I'm not ghost hunting or I'm a musician myself, so if I'm not out investigating or playing a show, I'm here, and we'd been invited to a Paracon locally, and Travis had come in that day or the day after, and we were just talking about it, and then it came to like, why is Gettysburg is such a paranormal mecca of the world or in the United States? We only have one Paracon, and it's a fantastic one, and we love Pam, we love the Bash, but there's only one. and I feel like it's a such a popular town for the paranormal that it's big enough for more than one. So we then kind of started brainstorming the idea of, is this something you want to do? Because it's going to be a lot of work. And then Travis was the one who kind of came up with the music idea, and he came up with the name of it. And we were going back and forth, and as we were sitting there talking, I remember saying, yeah, this sounds fantastic. Do we really want to do this? And then, like, as we continue to talk, I'm like, yeah, but this is going to...
Like he always does. Like he always does. He came around finally and was like, this is a great idea.
Yeah. And it was just, again, I knew it was going to be a lot of work. And we're lucky enough to have the relationship with Ghostly Images with those two buildings. And we figured, well, where could we do this? We thought, oh, maybe we do the rec park, or there's another great venue out here called the Barn. It's a big area out there. Like, oh, maybe do something. And we're like, well, if we just team up with Ghostly Images, it might be really cool to do it at the orphanage. Now, it's going to be a smaller Paragon. It's not going to be the Penhurst Paragon or anything like that, but maybe the intimate nature of it could be a draw. And obviously the location's a draw, and the time of the year and all that.
Yeah.
And it kind of...
Good point.
It took a minute. It was some going back and forth with logistics and everything. And then once we got the go-ahead, we put it out. And our phones haven't stopped going off since we put it out there.
That's awesome.
Emails and messages at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is fantastic. It's just being the first time event, you never know who's going to reach out or who's going to be interested. And I think this being the kind of town that it is helps that. And we didn't want to obviously anticipate, anything. You never know. You're going into the unknown. It's a new thing for us, but it's
it takes a few years sometimes.
Our speaker list has been incredible. There's 10 different people that want to speak next year because we don't have time to put anyone else on.
Wow.
Our whole thing was it's going to be at the orphanage, and then right next door there's a cafe that shares literally the same address as the orphanage. So our speakers and our musicians are going to be there, and then our vendors are going to be in the orphanage. There's actually a room attached in the back of the cafe and the orphanage that will have some other vendors in there as well. It's now to the point where all the speaker and musician spots have been filled up, that two of the a speaker and a musician are going to do their speaking and set in the cellar of the orphanage because we ran out of space. So it's
wow.
It's been overwhelming, but it's been fantastic. We later tomorrow, I guess the tickets go on sale, and that was the other thing. It's something like relatively cheap. Like it's only like $7 for a ticket. And in this economy, it's $7 ain't bad. So it's
no, it's good.
It adds to the mystique of Halloween in Gettysburg. It's an event that we're really proud of. We put a lot of work into.
For sure.
We're excited to see what happens.
November 1st.
So for those who are interested, it starts at 9 a.m. Right?
Yes.
Goes all the way till 8.
Yep.
You can buy tickets on.
That would be posted tomorrow.
Okay, where do they go?
Say it again. I'm gonna post it.
Yeah, so it'll
buying
be,
tickets.
Our Facebook page is Black Lantern, and then the first annual Parajam Facebook page will be on there as well. It'll take you to a link. It's all through Ghostly Images, but that'll get posted tomorrow with our last speaker, and then everything will be set in stone. And at the moment, we have 2 tables left. We actually, once we added that extra room in the back, we got
definitely
space for like 2 more tables. So we have 2 tables left.
That's
okay.
That's awesome.
We'll definitely share it on our Facebook page as well. We have a Seekers Chronicles
Thank
you.
Facebook page.
Thank you so
Or
much.
feel free, we'll share it there.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, you said, correct? They go on sale?
Yes, yeah. We'll have a post up tomorrow with the link and everything. So it'll be up tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. I think it's a great idea. You know what I mean? It's a great idea. So
we're excited to have you.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be part of it. We're gonna be definitely there.
Yeah, and
we got
I
the
love
Uber
what you're
outside now.
thinking.
Something spooky will happen when we're all there. We can catch
That'd be
it
great.
on camera. Point, right?
Yeah. I've been, I'm always at Gettysburg. I've been going to the bash since I think they had their second one at the other place, and I've been going there for a long time. I've been part of that, and so I mean, I think it's a great idea, and it's right in town too. So it's like right there in town. So people want to go, they can stay in the hotel and walk to it. That's what I like about that. You know what I mean? Because I mean, all the places. I mean, it's great. I mean, the new place where the Bash is, I love that place. Better than the last place, but where you guys are, everything's central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go out, they go walk, and they could go to the diner across the street, or they go around the corner. There's a place to eat, and it's all central. So if somebody wants to go there, they can even stay at the hotel across the street and just.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's why I think it's great about that, because you got everything right there, it's central. That you don't have to get in your car and drive from place to place to get eaten, whatever. So that's great. That's
And you have, I put up your website. Sorry to cut you off, Anthony.
Thank you.
I put your website up, and people can contact you there for private investigations too, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, through your website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and you want to advertise, talk about what you do. We're coming down to, we got 4 more minutes. So
Yeah.
how can people get, what you give tours of Gettysburg, don't?
We host the investigations at the orphanage in January. So we don't do tours or anything like that. It's public investigations. They get capped at 12 people investigation. If you're interested in that, our schedule's on our Facebook page. They sell out very quickly. Everything goes through Ghostly Images because it's their buildings. Our schedule's up there. We have a couple combos throughout the year where we do both buildings in one night. We have one the night before the jam, so that should be a fun one as well. But yeah, everything on our Facebook page, all the links and everything like that. But yeah.
And you can reach out to us, Facebook Messenger.
Yep. Same goes for private investigations. You can reach out on our website and also through Messenger. You can also call Lindsay's cell phone number, which I think is posted to both of those pages.
Yep.
So she can chat with you, and if anyone who's listening is interested in talking to us about a private, it helps to give us the background information about wherever you want us to investigate, if it's your residence or what have you. To give us info about what's happened to you, what you're looking for with us investigating, what do you hope to get out of it, and just information like that. And then we can vet it through our team and then determine if it's something that we can do. But we always want to help people. That's our main aim. So, we'll always do our best to do that.
That's great. So,
Yeah.
And you guys are definitely gonna be at the Bash. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right
we
next to
hang out
Ghostly
there. I'll see you guys there also. And
I will
that's
too.
any other events up to that point? Do you have anything else besides the Bash?
Oh yeah, this one's sold out, but it's fun. Annabelle's coming to the orphanage.
Oh,
Annabelle.
okay.
Not this week, next week, the 11th,
Oh,
12th,
okay.
13th.
And we get to host.
And we are hosting the investigation with Nesper.
Oh.
And Angela's already decided she's getting out of town.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. One of our audience members, Adam, just went to see her somewhere
Oh, okay.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah.
in Texas.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the main Paracon, the horror, and
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
she's going to be there at the that show.
Yeah.
I think that's
just
in-
see that recently.
Yeah, she's got
Yeah.
nothing on the twins though.
I got my twins. I'm going to bring my twins.
That should be a shirt. She's got nothing on the twins.
Yeah, I got my twins. My twins. Yeah, but the size of me, though, I think my twins is something else. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. You'll meet the twins in Gettysburg, trust me. It'll be an
I'm
experience.
excited.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes, Adam
Yeah.
saw them at her in San Antonio.
Definitely
I saw
bring them. Yeah, I mean,
Anyway.
we're going in. Okay,
Yeah,
we
we have
are
like
running
20
out of time. So
This went so fast. Oh my god.
thank you. I know it did. Thank you for
Went so
being here.
fast.
I'm glad.
Thank
I
you
hope
all.
you guys have fun. I hope you have fun and
Yes.
just talking with us and showing some evidence. You had great
Yeah.
evidence, and
Thank
the
you.
audience loved it all. So
They did.
I'm glad you guys came on, and I will be seeing you at the Bash.
Me
And
too.
then-
Happy 4th
yeah.
of July, everybody.
Yeah, happy 4th of
Happy
July.
safe holiday.
And I just want Jenny, happy birthday again.
Thank you.
And,
Happy anniversary again. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's her birthday and anniversaries and everything's happening this time of year. You know?
Mhm.
And
Congratulations.
so I want to say to everybody, thank you for coming in the audience. Our guests we had tonight were awesome. And
Totally.
I'm definitely going to be seeing them soon. That's going to be awesome too. I just want to say thank you for everybody being here. The audience was always asking a lot of questions, so it was great. And I just want to tell everybody, you gotta be safe out there. When you get out there, you gotta be safe, because you want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. I just want to say, forget about it. Ciao, familia.
Oh, bye, everybody. Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
guys.
See you next week.
Stick around.
Hey, how you doing?